Hello friends, this is the Cryptonian taking a look at Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is currently at 20,500, and the altcoins we can see over here to the right, they are correcting with Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin has had a correction or is in a correction, and the altcoins are correcting with Bitcoin as well. Now there are some, always there's always a few that are outliers that are moving higher. DYDX is up 3.6%, EGLD 2.8%, and HBAR 1.2%, Cadena up 2%, PBX 4.5%, and even Render up 8%, right? So you do have some that are being counter traded. Um, Other than Bitcoin in a different direction, they're actually going up when Bitcoin is in a correction. However, you know, Bitcoin is still in a correction, and we will explain what I'll explain what I'm seeing here. So we see that we had this ascending channel. This was a very strong move to the upside from this low of 17,700 roughly. And you can see here we had a 5 wave Elliott count, right? So usually what happens is we have the wave one. This was the wave one, and that's a motive wave to the upside, and then a corrective wave to the downside. That's two. Very strong impulse. 3 wave to the upside. The third wave is always the strongest, and then a corrective to the down to the downside. Wave four, and then a wave and final 5 wave up to resistance. And we had resistance at that point because we had the 200 daily moving average here, and we had the corresponding 0.78 um, Fibonacci retracement level. That's your maximum retracement level, right? So now we're in a corrective phase, right? The corrective phase is a leg down, a B leg up, and a C leg down. And so what I'm going to give you a couple of options here. I'll give you the bullish scenario. I'll give you the bearish scenario, and but it all depends on this corrective wave that these last two corrective waves that we're going to have here. Now, these corrective waves, this corrective wave was the A leg down, and it depends on where this B leg goes. If the B leg goes all the way up to the 200 daily moving average resistance, 200 moving average resistance, then our C wave probably will not come much farther down and will hold the 20,100 area, and then it'll be a double bottom, and then we'll move higher with strength. That's the strong bullish scenario. Okay. Now there's another bullish scenario that is a little bit different. If we do not have a very strong B wave higher, and if we do not go above the previous high on the 3 leg, okay, which I'm talking about this over here. If we don't get higher than that, that would be about 21,000. If we're below 21,000 on this move higher, then most likely we'll come back down and put the C wave down into the golden pocket. Now this golden pocket here is between 0.618, which is 19,275, and 19,750, which is the zero point 0.5 Fibonacci. So we would end up terminate the C leg down in the golden pocket between those two Fibonacci levels. Okay. That being said, then we would then go higher from there with strength. Okay, and then I would be buying that. Okay, I would be buying this area because this would then be a higher low, right? Now we've already made a higher high, slightly higher high. We have a high here, and then we have a higher high here. It's not much, but it is higher, and so that's significant. Now this is the bullish scenario. After this correction, we then could see an extension, the next push higher could be, let me show you. Um, let's say we came down to this point here between the two fib levels in the golden pocket. Now the next move higher I am projecting or predicting could be at least, now there's no real way to know this, right? Because these moves higher just depends on how strong the bulls are and the market. So at least the move higher could be 1.618, which would be then be at about 26,000 right here. Okay, that it would be the minimum move. Now, if we have a stronger move, usually the move can be anywhere from the 1.618 Fibonacci to the upside to the 2.6 and even higher than that. So let's say we have a move between a conservative move between 1.61 and the 2 fib level, these two levels. That would bring us, the next move to the upside would bring us probably between 26,250 and 30,500. Okay, in that area. That would be a very nice move to the upside. Okay, now that's the bullish scenario. The bearish scenario, and of course the bullish scenario, I would definitely be buying that bullish scenario, the higher that higher low. Definition of an uptrend: higher highs and higher lows. Definition of a downtrend: lower highs and lower lows. And because we just made, like I said, this higher high, then we are now expecting a a higher low. Higher high, higher low, and then move higher from there. Now that's the bullish scenario. The bearish scenario is a bit disturbing, and I'll tell you why. Is because the bearish scenario is that we actually have this corrective wave down the C leg, and we come down to the golden pocket, we bounce, and then we roll over with weakness, and we come all the way down here and test the 17,740 and then break it. All right, and we have a continuation to the downside. If that happens, it's going to change everything. And that's because right now we are at the 200 moving weekly average on the weekly chart. And if we break that 200 moving average, we've wicked below it, we've broken it a little bit, but we didn't go much farther, and we went right back up, and we held the trend in the past. In all of the Bitcoin cycles, we've done that. We've held that line. It's the 200 weekly average. I've shown you that in previous videos, previous charts. So if we actually do not hold this 17,740 low, and we have a continuation to the downside, that is going to be very, very bearish, and that will break the cycles, that will break the pattern in the cycle that Bitcoin has had for since its inception, since its creation. Okay, so now we're breaking trend that we've had going since 2009. We're breaking trend, we're breaking the cycles that we've had since 2009. And so we would most likely then go into a multi-year bear market. All right. So this week is this week and next week is very, very important. And it's very important that we hold this low down here, the 17,740. And so I'm going to be looking very closely at this move to the downside, because I'm looking at the golden pocket, and I want to know how far we're going to come down. I want to know how much strength we were going to have when we move back up, or how much buying we're going to have in this area. Like I said, I'm going to be a buyer here. Now, if we don't come down that far, if we hit the 200 again and come down and make a double bottom right around, and we hold that 20,000 level, then that's going to be even better, and then we just go up from there. And of course, I'll be buying that as well. Okay, so I just wanted to let you know. I just wanted to put that on your radar. Just wanted to let you know what I'm seeing in the charts and how important this week and next week is. It's very important to have a strong close this week and a strong open next week. All right. Typically, we have seen the bottom for Bitcoin around this time. Okay, like when we look at last time, it was in July. All right. So right now we're mid to end of June, and we're getting ready to move into July a few weeks from now. So all of the data shows that this should be the bottom, or very, very close to the bottom. And we should have only, because this has been a historic low, because we've never broken a previous high before. You know, whenever we've made a high, the next cycle high, the correction down, we've never broken the previous high. And that previous high is 20,000. And we did break it this time. Now we're above it now. We're above that 20,000, but we did break it. We did have a lower low. We broke that last cycle high, which was 20K, because we went down to the 17,000. So it's very important that we hold the golden pocket when we have a move down on this C leg, right? So this is what I'm looking at. Now, if we don't hold the golden pocket when we are moving down, I'm going to turn into a bear. Okay, I'm bullish right now on Bitcoin, but if we lose the golden pocket and we start coming down and start banging our head down here on the 17,740, I'm going to start getting bearish. Now, if we come down and if we retest this low, 17,740, it's still not over. We're still okay, but then we have to immediately go right back up. All right. So, if not, then we're going to destroy the trend on the macro. We're going to destroy the trend on the weekly. We're going to destroy the trend on the previous cycles from now all the way back to 2009 when Bitcoin was created, 2008, 2009. Everything changes. Everything changes. Okay. And then I become very bearish. So that being said, I just wanted to share that with you, friends. Right now I am bullish, and I am planning to buy this pullback to the whatever the pullback is. If the pullback is if the pullback is down here to the, whoops, I'm sorry. I actually, my drawing skills are terrible. I get too ahead of myself. Okay, so if this correction is a double bottom here, I'll be buying that here, okay, which is above the 20,000 line. If the correction is lower, the golden pocket, I'll be buying the golden pocket. And even if the correction is all the way down here to 17,000 double bottom, I'll buy that as well. But if we break below that, I become a bear. I sell everything, I become a bear, and I'm going to be looking for shorts. Okay, I'll be shorting instead of buying. So thank you for watching, friends. I don't want to make the video too long. I just want to explain that. It's very important this week and next week. But either way, let's be positive. Let's see what happens, and let's make some money. Thank you, friends. Any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. Thank you for your time.